There you go. Okay. Well, welcome to our call. Again, this meeting is specifically for those who are proving to me that they are working, proving to me that they get their goals and that they are hitting Success Club. If you're listening to this call, that means you have hit Success Club either in November or December, and I applaud you. I I think that's incredible. I think that's the guaranteed way for you to move your business forward. And I wanted to talk to you guys straight. I wanted to give you some very honest, transparent, nitty gritty stuff that I have never been taught. I have never, ever, ever heard a webinar, a training, a call about these kind of things. But I thought that means that I need to do it. That means that I need to do the research and I need to come up with the knowledge base where people can walk into this and say, okay, I am a business owner. This is how I'm going to be responsible for my business behaviors and also the organization of my business. So I treat it as such. Because once we get our mind around the fact that we are a small business owner, we are going to probably be more proactive. We're going to feel like it's more serious. We're probably going to talk about it more confidently because it's not just something on the side that people are going to make fun of. This is your business. This is your job, whether it's part-time or full-time or whatever. It is a job that we have online to help people. So I want us to treat it as such. So when I was working in corporate America, there were a few systems in place that I wanted to duplicate and that I wanted to help you guys. The first thing that I want to strip off is that this ain't y'all grandma's network marketing, okay? This is no like with Beachbody, you don't go door to door. You don't just say, well, I'm just going to sprinkle happy dust around and wait for people to come to me. This isn't any longer, in my opinion, that this business, if you really are serious about growing and growing quickly, you can no longer necessarily grow your business on your personal page. I said it. You can no longer be inconsistent and then be upset that you are not able to meet your financial goals. This is not new, but I'm throwing it out there that that's the facts. Like this ain't grandma's network marketing. We're going to have to put budgets in place. We're going to have to put business behaviors in place, and we're going to have to step up to our leadership role that we may or may not be afraid of, but we have responsibility. So the first thing I want us to do is have some evaluation. I want us to evaluate ourselves and what we're doing currently. I want you to dig down deep and say, are you a hobby or a business coach? You may say, I'm a self-proclaimed hobby coach. I just lucked out and got Success Club in November or December. Or you might say, I am a business coach. This is my future career. I want this to be a full-time income. I want to work part-time and earn full-time. I want to bring my husband home. I want to pay off debt. This is my business. But I want you guys to answer these questions. Do you consider this your job? So, whenever you've had a job in the past, you woke up early, you got dressed, which obviously I'm not saying that you have to like put makeup on to attend a job, but just the business behaviors and mentality that you show up for work, you clock in, you have a to-do list, you get work done, you leave work, and you go enjoy your family. If you were a boss of your Beachbody business, like if you happen to be the manager of somebody looking down at you as an employee, with the business building activities that you are or are not making, would you promote yourself or would you fire yourself? Are you doing the work that you say you should do to hit a goal? So if your job is to hit Success Club every month, are you doing the work to achieve that job responsibility? Think about that. Your job is to hit Success Club every single month. And you have the freedom to be creative in that. You have the freedom to do things differently. You have the creative ability to, make sneak peeks or do challenge groups or invite 20 people one day and do follow-ups the next 3 days. Or you can invite, 3 people every day for a week and then do follow-ups in one big day. You have the flexibility as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, but it does not change your job responsibility. So knowing that, would you promote yourself or would you fire yourself? Okay. To me, that's a test of whether you are acting as if you're a hobby or a business coach. The next thing is, are you embarrassed to tell people that you are a Beachbody coach? I know that might sound silly, and I'm not trying to be like silly because maybe you're like, no, I absolutely love it. from experience, I have been embarrassed to talk about it before, and I'm sorry. Like, I've been embarrassed because I didn't know how to talk about it. When people say, "What do you do?" I used to be like, I work in health and fitness. Oh, okay, cool. And they would probably think I worked at a gym or I was a trainer, or I would say, oh, I have an online business, and I would leave it at that. But I wouldn't tell them, oh, I own an online health and fitness business where, I help people reach goals, and it's online. It's really cool. It's an online thing. Have you heard of Beachbody? Oh, it's a Beachbody franchise. So I own a franchise of Beachbody. I don't want us to be embarrassed to tell people that we're a Beachbody coach, because I want us to really see the value in it. I want us to comprehend how prestigious it is to actually be a Beachbody coach, because hello, if we are coaches, I feel like we're genius. I feel like we're ahead of the curve. I feel like we are innovators. We're trailblazers, because this business model is genius. And I've said that so many times. But this ain't my first rodeo. You understand me? This is brilliant, the way that we are able to pay it forward and be compensated by our productivity and by how many people that we are able to positively influence. And that is how we measure our income. Don't be embarrassed to tell people that you are a Beachbody coach, because then you're not going to be embarrassed to tell people about your job, would you? Okay, next, is your why big enough? Sometimes your why evolves. Sometimes your why might be to, come home to your family, or it might be to, sorry, my screen is acting all weird. Sometimes it might be to come home to your baby. Sometimes it might be to pay off debt. Sometimes it might be to lose 50 pounds. But if your why is not the thing that keeps your passion in this business, then you haven't dug deep enough. If it's just, this is really fun and I wouldn't mind an extra $200 a month, that's fine. But you can very quickly and very easily neglect that responsibility, because on a month that your husband gets a bonus, you might be like, you know what, that $200 that I was fighting for with Beachbody isn't really that interesting right now, because we already have this cushion. No, I don't want you guys to have cushion. I don't want you guys to get comfortable. I don't want you guys to coast. I don't want you guys to sit back and relax and be like, if it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, because this is just kind of for fun. This is our job. Again, would you hire or promote yourself? This is our job, and I want us all to be moving forward financially. So do you really believe that this opportunity could achieve your dreams? What dreams do you have? Do you really believe that with consistent, simple behaviors and taking responsibility for your leadership, taking responsibility for your budget, taking responsibility for your actions, do you think that consistency over time and being plugged in and keeping your morale high, that you could achieve your dreams through Beachbody? I know I could, but I can't transfer that belief to you. You have to believe it yourself. Another question that I want you guys to ask is, do you hit Success Club every month? Not just in November or December, and November and December, but every single month. If you are serious about building your business, this must happen each month. Think about it. Success Club is your job. Beachbody is your job. We are here to help people. We are here to influence people. But the best practices that I know is to be smart with our marketing, to be positive, to be business minded, to be proactive in our planning and our strategies, is to hit Success Club every single month. So if you don't hit Success Club every single month, is it because you're letting go of that goal? Is it because you think that it's too hard? Is it because you aren't taking it seriously enough? I'm preaching to the choir, because I've been there, and I'm just going to give you some straight tough love. Like, hitting Success Club every month is a part of our job. If you miss it, I have to say why. Like, did you do what you said you were going to do? And maybe you did the work, but you have to tweak some of the behaviors. Like, maybe you had the invites, but then you haven't really sharpened your skill on the conversations yet. And that's okay. That's a skill that you can learn. That's a skill that we can work through. But you have to learn how to host the groups, to invite people, to follow up with people, to handle objections. These are all a part of our job task. Another question, do you have set work hours or a workspace? I don't want us to wake up in the morning and work from our phones, because that's less productive. Do you have a time where you and your family know, this is when mommy works, this is when I have my set of time? If you are full-time at home with your kids, if you don't have kids, whatever your schedule is, everyone has their own level of busyness. Whether you're a mom, whether you're not a mom, whether you work for full-time, whether you don't work at all, you have your own things that fill your day. But with time management, anyone can make this work. So do you have set work hours that you are accountable to? And if you did not show up for those work hours, would you fire yourself? Like, if you did not show up for those work hours, do you treat them so seriously that you're going to make them up either that night by staying up late or waking up early the next day? Like, are you going to be doing the work? And do you have a workspace? I want us to have, if you don't have a laptop, maybe that could be in your dream board. Maybe you can buy a laptop with the next, $500 you get, but have a spot in your house where it's a desk, where it's a binder, where it's a to-do list, whether it's your computer, but have a space where you go to work. Have a spot in your house where you actually sit and say, this is work. Now when I'm off of work, I'm going to go play, go hang, go live. But when I'm at work, I'm at work. Be fully present wherever you are. Commit to go to work. Personal development, I want a budget for that. I want to be responsible for my growth, so I put money back into my business for that. Team incentives, I want to shower everyone with love and gifts, but I have to control my I have to control my desire to pick up a coffee mug every single time I go out. I have to know that I have a budget, and even though I want to offer the team the world, what's better example for the team is to be responsible for the income that I have so I can continue to grow and continue to lead by example. So I have to put a cap on my team incentives. It's hard. Travel costs, like, no, I don't have an excuse anymore of I can't afford to go to this retreat. I can't afford to go to Summit. I don't know how to pay for food and lodging at this certain event. Save that, set it aside if you can, or, talk to your husband and set y'all's personal budget aside until you get to the point where you can save a certain percentage. And a marketing budget. This is another big thing that I feel like is in the older mentality that I had for a very long time, is that I just wanted all organic growth. I wanted to be able to talk to 50 people a day and hit Success Club 20. But if I'm thinking like a business owner, then I want to be able to do more in less time. I have other responsibilities outside of being a Beachbody coach. So setting up a marketing budget is going to help me tap into a cold market, which would help me get somewhere faster. So what is a marketing budget? It's money that you set aside each month to put back into your business to connect with new people. That could be through Facebook ads. That could be through just your marketing yourself, through the way that you're branding. Anything that gets you in front of new people, that's going to be a marketing budget. Marketing is basically you showcasing what's going on. I also hyperlinked a breakdown of different Facebook ads that you can start, like 4 of the top Facebook ads that you can try. But my opinion is to put 10% of what you earn back into marketing. You can get creative and you can choose what that looks like for your business. But to me, that's a great business behavior. Tips on your like page. I've been doing a lot of research because I'm going this direction. I've hyperlinked all these and I'm going to share it with you. I watched every single one of these last night, and guys, I am so excited and so confident that the like page is where I'm going to go. But I want you guys to set aside time, maybe in the next couple of weeks or the next week, to watch these, to reaffirm, to think, okay, this is the right decision, and I'm hesitant because I don't want to pay to play, or you don't have to even pay for ads. You can grow completely organic, but through a like page is the avenue which we need to go. It is. Not to your diamond though. Let me clarify. Let me clarify. If you're a new coach, or if you have new coaches, my recommendation is not to tell them, okay, quit every single thing you're doing on your personal page and start a like page. No, I recommend actually, and you can write this down, I recommend that if you are new or if you have new coaches, help them pedal the wheels a little bit. Help them get a grasp on Beachbody business. Help them understand 3 vital behaviors, what it feels like, start spinning their wheels, start getting well greased. And when they are working through their warm market on their personal page, they're going to start getting the swing of things. And when they can get to diamond on their warm market, once people hit diamond, I feel like that's a great first step for you to say, okay, I'm going to start this like page. I'm going to be a business. I'm going to start posting on this like page now. So that's kind of a good milestone if you want to think about that, if you want to think about your own branding and where you are as far as benchmarks. But pick your social media niche. You don't have to do like pages, blogs, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, whatever is your strength, do that. Tip number 3 is outsourcing. This is a big topic that people ask because it would be great if they could delegate their work to somebody else. But how can we afford it? How in the world do we find people? But honestly, I know that delegating and outsourcing or hiring help is in everyone's near future, because we're all human and we want our business to outgrow what we can physically handle as one person, right? Like, you want your business to outgrow you. If you're trying to do everything yourself, and you're not willing to open your mind up to hire somebody even for $5 to make a couple of graphics, if it saves you time and stress, I feel like that's a good practice. You might not be there yet, but these are business behaviors that you're going to have to figure out one day. And I'm just trying to help you pave the path. You have to delegate to accelerate sometimes. And I have a blog here that you guys can click on when I share the slides. Delegation ideas from Chalene Johnson. There's this awesome delegate or die checklist that you can go through, and it's going to help you figure out the things that you can or cannot delegate. When I say delegate, it doesn't necessarily have to be business. It could be hiring somebody to clean your house once a month. Hello, doesn't that save us time? It could be paying somebody to run a report and make a couple of your, recognition graphics. I don't know. Whatever it is that you do not like to do, you can delegate it. Or you can hire a virtual assistant now or one day down the road. I have a virtual assistant, and I'm about to have two, but right now, my first one, she helps me with social media marketing. So like I'll do a video on Periscope. By the way, I'm so sorry, and this is so incredibly tacky, but we are about to get cut off because I've reached the 40-minute limit because I got too excited and I talked too much. So will you guys jump back on in a second? Okay. So when we get cut off, jump right back in the same link, okay? And we're going to start right back at step 3. Or how about this? Everyone just go ahead and cut off. Everyone go ahead and dip out and then join back in, okay? You're awesome. Thanks. Mwah.